When the Senate votes later today on the debt limit compromise, it's expected to be less dramatic than the vote in the House, where leaders worked all day Monday to round up support. We spent a little time on Capitol Hill yesterday to capture those final moments behind the scenes.
The final push for a debt deal on Capitol Hill. A last-minute scramble for votes on both sides.
The Vice President came and met with you this morning. What did he say to you?
Well, basically that it's a deal that's not perfect, but that they feel that they negotiated in good faith, and that basically I thought the tone was we live to fight another day.
A message that didn't sit well with this Arizona Democrat, nor many of his constituents.
Congressman Grijalva's office.
Representative Raul Grijalva is co-chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus and firmly against the bill.
I think the base is not happy, and the constituents that many of us depend on to get elected and that we purport to represent is not happy. Older folk in my district are very concerned. Am I going to get my check? Am I still going to have Medicare? The vets, am I still going to have the support? What the public really wanted was a fair and balanced package.
As this lawmaker spent the day reassuring his base he would not give up their fight, in the Senate, Virginia Democrat Mark Warner was ready to move forward.
You actually said, I guess about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, that you would basically vote for anything at that point. You sounded a little fed up.
Yeah, a lot fed up.
Are you happy with the ultimate deal that has been struck here?
Well, I guess any day the country doesn't default, I guess in a certain sense that's good news. But the fact is, this obvious compromise doesn't fully get us to where we need to be.
Still, like many Republicans who declared victory even before a vote,
we see this as a good step in the right direction.
Senator Warner felt it was the best deal they were going to get.
Anybody that thinks that there was a Democrat or Republican win out of this sure hadn't talked to anybody I've talked to in Virginia or anybody I've talked to around the country, because we've all looked pretty damn bad.
Yet for all the bad behavior in Washington over the past few weeks, there was one reminder Monday night that two sides can come together. In this case, in unanimous support for the return of their colleague, Gabrielle Giffords, who voted for the bill and received an emotional embrace from fellow Tucsonian Representative Grijalva.
Chris, they're actually in neighboring districts, Gabby Giffords and Raul Grijalva. One thing he said to me, he said, anybody who votes no is going to have to really explain this, and they're going to be asked to explain it more. I said, does it make it a little easier, though, to vote no, knowing that it's going to pass, knowing that you are not risking this default? And he said, yes, I have to admit it does.
Eric, the one thing that people keep saying, no winners in Washington after this vote, but was there one side that you could notice walking through the halls that was walking a little taller than the other?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, because to be honest, they all really seem to say, even though you heard House Speaker Boehner say, I got about 98% here. The feeling among most people that I spoke to was, in all honesty, the simple way that we got here means that there really were no winners in this because it was such a nasty process.